so I am a little bit cut off here. Chris, Shell, hello. Whoops, I need to shut that off. Okay, here we go. Darlene. Oh, hello, hello. Thank you for saying hello. I feel like it's been a long time, and yet I only missed 1 week, but it's kind of crazy when that happens. So I don't know if you've ever run into that, where you kind of feel life starting to pile up on you. Sorry if this is too much information, but I was starting to feel that, like it was just too much. And then last week, it all came crashing in. So sorry for bailing on you last week. And so crazy story. Here's what happened. So last week I was supposed to do my paper pumpkin alternative for my Facebook Live. And so, hi Christine, hi Darlene. I just want to acknowledge you that I don't want to miss anybody. Apparently 2 weeks ago, Gail was on and she was saying hi, and for whatever reason I kept missing whenever she was on. So I'm watching today. I don't want to miss anyone. So anyway, I was supposed to do my paper pumpkin alternative last week, and packed everything up, and away we went to the lake house. But in the meantime, yeah, I had already canceled because life just got crazy, but we were already packed up. So hi Shell. And so we got to the lake house. We had a wonderful weekend. It was just exactly what I needed. And then we packed up to come home, and I forgot 1 bucket at the lake house. And you know what was in there? All my paper pumpkin. So today is supposed to be my paper pumpkin alternative, but it's not. I'm doing something entirely different. I'm excited about this. So hang on to your hats, and we're going to get started. But first, let me introduce myself. Hello, bonjour. My name is Denise Willerton. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. If you have a demonstrator, please stick around. If you are a demonstrator, please stick around. I hope I leave you with some encouragement, some tips, or just an enjoyable, quick time here with me. If you do not have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I would love to help you with your needs in regards to that. If you do have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, please stay, but please continue to shop with your Stampin' Up demonstrator. I'm not here to take anyone away, but you know what? Let's get together and let's do this. We need this. It's good for our soul, right? So without any further ado, let's bring the camera down. Do not forget to share. I will enter your name. Ooh, that was a really bad one. I will enter your name for a draw. And let me bring this. Oh, look at my camera is like way over there. Let's bring this up just a titch. I feel like I am not at the angle that I want to be at. And look at my lovely ruler. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I think I'm good. Am I at a good angle, everybody, or is this just really weird? Somehow it's feeling weird today. Let's get some lights on. And maybe that'll take a little bit of the shadowing away. Hello, Cherie. Welcome here. Nice to see you. And actually, I think I said your name wrong. I think you are Sherry. And I've done that before. Okay, here we go. Hello, hello, everyone. So once again, am I at like a really bad angle or what? I'm feeling very awkward today. I just want to do a little quick sneak peek. This is my November 3rd and 4th class, although the DSP is going to be different. Story behind that. I was supposed to have ordered this DSP and I forgot. So I went ahead and I created the same card. Oh, well, I didn't create it, but the sign up is using a different DSP. So, and we're going to be using the Whimsy. So this is going to be a non-traditional. Carol, welcome here from Scarborough, Ontario. Nice to see you. Have you been here before, Carol? I'm not recognizing your name, but sometimes I do miss names. But anyway, welcome here, Carol. And hello, Barb. Nice to see you pop in. So my November 3rd and 4th class, the 4th is going to be a Zoom only. The 3rd, I'm going to have some people in the home, although I'm keeping my numbers low. And we're going to be using the Whimsy. This is going to be a non-traditional Christmas card. The kits are cut already and they're ready for you. And you know what? Let me grab a kit. And here is what we are doing with that. So the kits are ready to go, ladies. So if you are wanting to join this class, if you are in Canada, I can also mail that to you. It's $8 for the kit plus shipping. So let me know if you'd like to come. If you would like to share, I will enter your name for a draw, which I will be drawing at the end of my live today. So please don't forget to do that. And I will just, as you share, let me know that you have shared and I will enter your name into the draw. So here is what we are doing. We are starting our card. This paper, gorgeous. If you do not have this paper, Peaceful Place, you need it. I need to say you need it. Barb, I'm going to write your name down right away. Sorry for this noise. Hello, Gail. I caught you today. Last time I did my live, you said hello, and I totally missed you. So look at this paper. Unbelievable. We're actually using this one today. Like, this DSP does all the work for you. It is absolutely stunning. So this side is shimmery. The other side is not. But you know what? This catalog is coming to an end. So if you are wanting this DSP, you better get that in before it's gone. I'm going to definitely be ordering more. Okay? Yes, it is, Gail. Thank you for saying so. And that DSP, you can find that on page 3 in your mini catalog called Peaceful Place. So this is what the DSP looks like, okay? This particular sheet. So this design carries on down here, and I cut it down the center. Let me show you why. Do you want to see the card? Oh, you know what? I better put my shares down first. So Gail, you shared, and Barb, you shared. I've got glitter on. And Dar, you shared. Thank you. I will enter your name for a draw. These names are going to be entered next week, or are going to be entered today and drawn next week. So the names that I draw today after my live are the gals that shared last week. Sherry, I've got you down, and I think I'm saying your name right now. You are Sherry. Is that correct? I do want to say your name correctly. Okay. Sherry, Barb, Dar, Gail. And Gail said she wanted to see the card. So this is what we are doing. So this is kind of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Northern light-ish. Like if I would have pulled some greens in, which, you know what? Oh, I don't have it in, oh, I do. I might pull some greens in today. Sherry, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if I would have pulled some greens in here, this probably would have looked a little more like the Northern Lights, but I entered this card in a color challenge, and the colors that they were calling for were Smoky Slate, Rich Razzleberry, and, well, that's in French, Misty Moonlight, okay? So I used those 3 colors on this card, okay? Carol, I will put your name down as well. Carol from Mississauga, correct? Is that? No, Scarborough. Carol. Got your name down too. Okay. So what I did was I took this DSP, I cut it in half, okay, because this is how the DSP sits regular. And then what I did, so there it is, right there. So that actually belonged, well, maybe on that side if I'm going to fit it properly. There we go. That belonged right there. And I cut that to, I wrote down the dimensions, 3 3/4 by 5. That's what this was cut to. So if anybody's taking down dimensions, I cut my DSP, and this little sliver came off here. So I cut at 3 3/4, and then I cut that little piece off to make that by 5. And you know what? Let me just double check that. I want to make sure. Yep. 3 3/4 by 5, and then when I cut the 5, I measured from here to here, and there I got my little piece for my sentiment. Tracy and Susan, ladies, I haven't seen you. Well, Tracy, I think I saw you a couple of weeks ago, and Susan, I haven't seen you for a bit, so it's lovely to see your name pop up. And Tracy, you know what I'm going to ask you? We are curious. We want to know, how's your daughter doing? Because her due date is coming. I believe it was October 8th, right? That is just around the corner. I just wanted to make sure that I got all the little things out of there. So here's what I did with my design paper. Now it's not a real heavy design paper. Don't forget to share, Tracy and Susan, and then I can add your name for the draw for at the end of my live for next week, right? Because the names I draw are from last week. I took my 3 3/4 by 5, and I've got my brushes ready to go. And you know what? Let's pull in some green today, and I'm going to try and make it look more like the Northern Lights. Again, that was because I was following a color challenge, and you can actually see that on my blog. It's going to go live, I think, tomorrow. Let's start with our lighter color. So we're going to grab some Smoky Slate. How's everybody doing on this day? And I think my Smoky Slate almost wants to be re-inked because it's quite light. Now, I hope I'm not going to be shaking too much. Let's pull some of this color in there. Whoops, just lost my messages. I don't want to do that. I'm trying to stay away from here, although it won't really matter because my sentiment's going to go there. So we do have a little bit of Smoky Slate happening. I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, I think you can. I think you can. Oh, I forgot to bring. And now let's pull some color in. I'm going to start with the Rich Razzleberry. When I'm done, I'm actually going to run these brushes under the water just to clean them. I don't use soap. I don't know if others do. I don't. And I just run them under warm water, and I let the ink just run out. Look at that. Rich Razzleberry is just that. It is rich. Love this color. I'm not too worried about the swirls and the lines that I'm getting in here. Let's pull this up here. I don't want to fall off. Now you can see some ink happening on the trees. Not to worry. Got that covered too. Let's pull in some of our blue. So we've got a little bit of the gray down here. So is anybody playing in their studio while I'm doing this? What are you all up to right now? And you know, if I was allowed, I would have Christmas music on right now, but then I can't upload my video because of copyright, because then there's music in the background. Now you want to be careful that the paper doesn't crinkle up on you when you're doing this. So I do try to hold it down, although it's going to be glued down. So even if it does do that a little bit, it's not going to really matter. Oh, November 26th. Okay, Tracy, why did I have October in my mind? Okay, well, you know what? We are going to be praying for you. Well, I will be. I'll be praying for you, Tracy, and your first grandchild. How exciting is that? Gail, don't sleep. Don't sleep. Now I'm feeling like I'm boring you to tears. Let's pull some of this blue a little bit through, whoops, the rich razzleberry. I'm gonna grab more rich razzleberry. I want more at the top here. Let's see if there's still some on my brush. I hope I'm not shaking. I know I'm shaking my light. We need more color in here. And then we're gonna pull some green in, and let's see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't end up being a total bust. Oh yeah, that's better. Loving it. Loving it, loving it. Now I don't know if you can see, but I do have color all over these trees and all over these snowflakes, but hang tight. Okay, what green should I use? I actually have all my greens in front of me. I am thinking, that's a retired. Tranquil Tide is a retired, isn't it? Oh, November 26th is your birthday, Barb. Yay! And yes, for sure, I will be praying for you, Tracy. What green should I pull in? Does anybody have any ideas? We've got, Mossy Meadow just seems too mossy. I want a little bit of a, I wonder if Coastal Cabana or Bermuda Bay, kind of a blue green, or Granny Apple. Maybe Granny Apple. Ooh, scary. Tracy, thank you. I will put your name down. Tracy, soon to be a grandma. Old Olive, really? Okay, Barb, where is my Old Olive? Oh, there it is, right there. Yeah. Granny Apple Green. What do you girls think? Like, we're trying to do a seascape and we're trying to do Northern Light-ish, right? Let me see. This would be the Granny Apple Green. Let's go on the white. That would be the Granny Apple Green, okay? And you'd go a little bit darker. And then this is the Old Olive. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I will go with Old Olive. Barb, I'm going with Old Olive. Emeraldy. Yeah, well, that's kind of what I was thinking, Dar. I was thinking Bermuda Bay or Coastal Cabana, or what do you think, girls? Balmy Blue is way too light. Mint Macaron is going to be way too light. Pool Party. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Girls, I'm confused. Okay, so we've got Granny Apple Green. We've got Old Olive here. Let's get a clean brush. And let's go with Bermuda Bay just because it is darker. So are you girls watching? Because I need input. Here's Bermuda Bay. What do we think? I'm almost, I don't know, I'm confused. We've got about a 30-second delay here. So here we've got Granny Apple Green, Old Olive, and Bermuda Bay. Too blue? Yeah, maybe it is, eh? We definitely need a greenie, I think. You may have to blend together. Okay, let's start with Old Olive. And let's see what happens. Let's just go for it. Ah, scared. Yeah, it ends up looking too browny, okay? So let's put some Granny Apple on top of that, and let's see. Let's see what happens with Granny Apple. So we've got Old Olive under there, and now we're putting Granny Apple on top of it. And Northern Lights do kind of go up and down. Okay, I've lost all my blues. So let's put some Misty Moonlight in here again. And I'm just going lightly. And then I think I'm going to put some darker rich razzleberry on the top of that. So we're pulling the blue. Ooh, I'm liking what's happening. Do you see what's happening a little bit here? I'm trying to stay away from the middle because that's where my greens are. And so I'm just pulling the blue in. Okay, we've got a little bit of color. Yeah, you know what? I'm really liking this too, Gail. Let's get some, my brushes are definitely going to need a little bath after this. Let's get some of this in here, and I'm swishing down in there just a smidge. Ooh, ladies. And let's go down here a little bit. See what's happening to my trees? Don't worry, not done. Okay, I need to stop because you know what? Sometimes we just start adding too much. Look at that, okay? But now, I forgot to grab a tissue. Talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back. So you can either grab a tissue or a paper towel, And because this is silver paper, it just wipes right off, okay? So now I want to very gently, I don't want to bend my DSP. I'm just going over my trees, and I'm also going over the stars. And it's just pulling it all off. Whatever was on the silver foil part of the DSP is just coming off. I'm loving it with the green in the center. And I did a few kind of swirl marks, but I don't mind that at all. I'm just getting my trees nice and clean. Okay, and now I'm going to use a retired item for, look at, that's what came off. So that was everything that was sitting on the trees and up in the stars, okay? So do you see that? Isn't that gorgeous? For all of you who are Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, do me a huge favor. If you go into your business portal, and in there, where is it? I'm trying to imagine my business portal right now. I think it's in Business Resources. I think that's where it is. Somebody help me. I am looking for the little tab that says Sandbox. That is where, as Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, we get to go in and offer suggestions, or, you know, please do this or please don't do that. Whether they listen or not, I'm not sure. But you know what? I've been asking, please bring back champagne mist, okay? So that's what I have in my little spritzer. I've got champagne mist and some rubbing alcohol. And I'm going to mist up my card. Now, I wish you could see this in real life, but one lucky person who shares is going to be entered in the draw, and you will receive the card and see it in real life. Yes, and Darlene, I've been doing that too. I've been asking for the mini brushes, so that the blending brushes, ask Stampin' Up! To bring in mini blending brushes and champagne mist. Now, I don't know if you can see the glitz on this card, and I've got a whole bunch of fingerprints down here, but I'm not worried about it, because with the little piece that I cut away, so there's the back of this, see how some of that came through? I'm going to stamp our sentiment. And I got that sentiment from the HappyHollyDays, and it's a bundle with the holly and the leaves, and I failed to bring it forward, so sorry about that. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous set. I am going to grab, I love, let's just leave that there so you can ooh at it. I love the font and the sentiments in here. It's got the old school, like the A, the regular A that we all learned to write with in grade school back in the day. Let's get that set up. I didn't bring any of my blocks forward. And what color should I stamp my sentiment? What color do you want? I do have Misty Moonlight cut as my backdrop, but it doesn't have to be. I also cut, did I not bring it forward? I didn't. So we're going with Misty Moonlight because I don't have anything else in front of me. Sorry about that. You call that the right or correct A. Oh, Misty Moonlight it is. Thank you, Gail. That is the correct A. Like all of these sentiments have the correct A. That's the one that we learned in grade school. There's another A there. Get that inked up with some Misty Moonlight. It just passes my magnet. There we go. I will clean that in a bit. Here's what I did with, I don't know where, there's my card. Here's what I did with my card. I grabbed, so this is another bundle. This is the Christmas season bundle. These stamp up lovely. These leaves and these berries are unbelievable, and I failed to bring something forward to show you as well. I meant to do that and I forgot. But I grabbed this long label. This is a keeper for me. Some of my retired items I don't part with. Now see how this is way too big for the sentiment. I'm going to show you what I did there. Okay? Grab my mini. And let's get that set up. Yeah, I love the font. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to be in the camera. So I'm keeping this edge of my die fairly-ish close to my sentiment. And it's actually the exact, and I want it straight, it's the exact width as the, don't move, please don't move, yay. Okay, let's get that rolling through. Has anybody been working on their Christmas cards? I want to make a bunch of Christmas cards for the apartment block that my mom lives in, and so I've got to get going with that. So then I took the die and I ran it through again on the S side. I'm making sure that I'm lined up square this way. And I think I am. Pull that out a smidge. Don't move. Don't move, don't move, don't move. Please don't move. I think I'm good. You are working. Yes. Are you working on Christmas cards though, Shell? Like, do you do a whole whack of Christmas cards? Gail is. Oh, what happened to my plate? You know what? It snapped. It snapped, but it still works. And so until it tells me that it doesn't work anymore, I'm just going to keep using it. Oh, Gail, that's fantastic. Send me info on your fundraiser, my friend. So that was the seasonal labels die, which is a bundle. You're going to actually find that on, where are you? It's called the Christmas Season Bundle. This is on page 18 in the mini, if anybody is interested in that, okay? Let's grab our sentiment and see how I took that long, where's my take your pick tool? I took that long die and I made it into a shorter. I'm loving the colors on here. I am. So what I had done, and I did it, I just thought that I brought it to my table and I didn't. I cut a piece of silver foil to put behind here, and I forgot to bring it forward. Now the silver foil is so precious, so what I would do with that is, rather than having a whole, 4 by 5 1/4 sheet of silver foil sitting back here and not being seen, you know what? I need a different color. I'm just not feeling the Night of Navy on here now. But I've got nothing in front of me. We're gonna go for it. We are gonna go for it. We are also pretending that this is silver foil, and this is what I would do. I would take another die and, I wish I could find my silver foil. And it's not going to fit in here. Okay, I needed to bring, I'm batting 1,000 here. I needed to bring my bigger machine. So we're pretending this is a piece of silver foil, okay? I know, rich razzleberry, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Is it okay if I run and get some rich razzleberry, everybody? Are you going to be annoyed with me if I do that? I will be right back. I'm getting rich razzleberry. Thanks, Barb, for the push on that, because this is not working for me. And hello, Kathy. Nice to see your name. Oh, you know what? I might have rich razzleberry in here. And look at that. There you go. This is my little pre-cut tray with all kinds of sizes. All right. So, again, you're pretending this is foil. We don't want to waste all this foil. Grab the foil also. Yeah, problem is, Barb, I think there it is right there. Hang on, talk amongst yourselves. Let's do this. Okay, so if you did not have the foil and you're using rich razzleberry, that's what that would look like. Much nicer than the blue, just because there's so, for my eye anyway, there's nothing wrong with the blue, but I think this kind of blends together nicer. Where did I get that tray? Gail. Wow. I think I might have gotten that at Dollar Tree. I think. Barb, do you sell this at Dollar Tree? And if not, I might have gotten it at Home Depot. I don't know. Am I too close for you to see what it looks like? So each, like, there's a little divider in there. So there's 3 dividers. And Gail, I've had this for so long, hun. I don't remember where I got it. I love my tray. Okay. And I grabbed this. Here's my foil. What I would do is I would put my foil down on my cut emboss machine, and rather than everything in the center being covered up, I would just cut something, a big, from your stitched rectangle dies, or this, what I'm using, and that is from that die set that I had out a second ago. So then what happens is you get, well, this isn't the greatest example, okay? If I would have used stitched rectangle, then what would happen is I would get a nice piece of stitched rectangle coming out of there, and having not wasted all of my foil. Now see how I've got these scratch lines? I don't mind that. And the only way you can get away with that is if you take a fresh piece of computer paper, cut it to cover your foil, then put your foil plate on top of it, and then when you run it through, you're not going to get all the scratch marks. These scratch marks are coming from my top plate. So you're going to put foil, just a piece of computer paper on top of that, then your top plate, run it through, and it does help to eliminate the scratch marks, okay? So this is going to go down on there. So ladies, here we go. Here is my panel, which is complete. Am I putting it on the silver? Am I putting it on Rich Razzleberry? Or am I putting it on the Misty Moonlight? And if it is Misty Moonlight, all I'm going to do is I'm going to brush a little more Misty Moonlight in there to pull that color in, okay? So that's what I would do, okay? And Rich Razzleberry, okay? We've got one Rich Razzleberry. My little star that is going to go with our sentiment, that came from this beautiful, beautiful So Many Stars dies. That was a bundle when it first came out. It's still in the catalog. It's in the big catalog. So many, and it's on page 165 is the dies, and the Snowflake Wishes, which goes with it. You're going to find that on page 90 in the regular catalog. Okay, 2 for Rich Razzleberry. My foil ideas is gone bye-bye, I think. Okay, so we're going with Rich Razzleberry this time. There's more of the Misty Moonlight in this card. No color is good. You like the silver. Okay, so we have one silver. Well, we need a tiebreaker here then, friend, because so far we are going with the Rich Razzleberry. Okay. That's just what's going to happen unless somebody else chimes in. We are going to put dimensionals behind this while I'm waiting to see if anybody else is going to weigh in. So far we've got 2 for Rich Razzleberry. And where did my panel go? Oh, it's right there. 2 for Rich Razzleberry. Okay, silver. Well, now we have a tie. Okay, there we go. I'm waiting. I need somebody else to weigh in here. I guess that's what happens when you ask. Then I took, this is the Simply Elegant trim, okay? And you're gonna find that on page 140 in the main catalog, okay? And Barb says Rich Razzleberry. Okay, so now we're 3-2. I think we're going with Rich Razzleberry. Sorry, Gail and Kathy. I hope you still like me, but we're going with that. Here's what I did with my silver Simply Elegant twine. Is this called twine? You would actually like to see a layer of silver and then, ooh, okay. Here's what that would look like. Oh, that's stunning. Okay, that's what we're going to do. I need to trim a smidge off of the Rich Razzleberry. I know, look at, like there it is, girls, right there. We're going to trim a little bit off the Rich Razzleberry. I'm going to show you what I did with my twine. You girls are funny. I took 2 fingers and I wrapped around once and twice, And then I grabbed 4 fingers and I wrapped around once and twice and came back to the center. And I used my snips on the other side of the studio, of course. And so now I cut kind of back to the center where I started, and then I remove my fingers, and then I have kind of the, I'm not sure what that's called, the splay that I want, okay? And I'm hanging on to it. I want to make sure that I'm in camera here. And let's just pull this off. Get all of our backing off. Okay, and I've got one of them still sitting there. There we go. And then I just want to make sure that some of this twine, or whatever it's called, is hidden on there. Now before I put that down on my card, I'm definitely going to put a little dab of Tombow. And you know what? I've got this going the wrong way. I want the taller at the top of my card. There we go. Okay, we're going to hide that for now. Let's trim this guy down. Where's my trimmer? Can you tell I wasn't really ready? Swirl. Thank you. That's a good word. Swirl is better than splay. I don't know what splay even is. Let's get that trimmed just a smidge. So we are going 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So this is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, which gives us a little border behind the silver, and we're on. Okay, I'm going to put adhesive behind my rich razzleberry. And that came out pretty quick. Whoops, ew, that wasn't a good idea, because I've got a big hole in the middle of my foil. Did that make sense, what I was trying to explain here? Although this wasn't a good example, I needed to be using my my stitched rectangle dies, or I could have cut out a whole whack of snowflakes in the center of that. I could have done that. Okay, so now that is down, and now put adhesive behind here. Who's going to try this if you've got this DSP? Who's going to give this a go? I have a feeling I know who's going to say me. And let's see if you surprise me, if there's more than just one person. I want to know who's going to give this a go. I love the wiggle room that I get with my Tombow. And there we go. We've got our rich razzleberry and our foil. I want to see if I can just move that over a smidge. I'm going to put that right down on the card, I think, instead of dimensionals. Yay! but you'll have to see, it's super, super simple, Kathy. All I did was I used my brushes. You need your blending brushes. You need the colors that you're going to use. You're going to need a piece of tissue or a piece of paper towel, because once you're done with all your brushing, you're going to wipe off the adhesive that ends up, not good, that ends up sitting on top of the trees or the stars, okay? And it is a super quick card. It's just taking me a while because I'm chatting. I want to hang. Patty, hi. Did you get your, no, I don't imagine you would have gotten your card yet, but thank you for sharing 2 weeks ago when I did my live, because you won the draw and your card is in the mail. So here is the swirl. Thank you for the word, Kathy, that we did. I'm going to see if I can get that to sit a little bit better. Now, because I've got my twine, it's not twine, what is it? It's cording. Because I've got my cording on my dimensionals, I want to put a little dab of Tombow on top of that as well, just so that I know my card is going to sit still. Okay, let's get that lifted. Oh, you're welcome, hon. And let's put that down on here. Some of these, I'm going to see if I can pull them up. There we go. Like so. That'll still tuck in the envelope. And then what I did with my star, and again, I cut my star out using a star from the So Many Snowflakes dies. I flipped that over. I grabbed my minis, and on the edge here, I cut them super thin. Super, super thin. Now I know I want this part of my snowflake is going to be touching my tag, so I know that I want the dimensionals on that. So right here is where I want my dimensionals. So let's put, and see, that might even be a smidge long. I need a short guy. There's a nice short one. I don't know if that's too big though. It is. Like seriously, it's really tiny. Let's just cut that guy. Just want a little piece right there. There we go. Now that's kind of precarious because it's like so tiny. So all I'm gonna do, come on backing, work with me. There we go. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a tiny bit on the ends, and then I want to make sure that my dimensional is on this portion of the card, like so, and there you have it. Super quick, although I did take my time today with you, but super quick, super simple. Let's get that out of the way. What do you think? Which do you prefer? This is simple, this is stepped up. There you go, I did a stepped up. It is so fun, and I loved pulling in the green girls. I loved it. Like this just, to me, that's, I mean, I'm sure there are other demonstrators that have done unbelievable Northern Lights, but I'm very, very pleased with this, very pleased. So for those that shared today, and I'm going to enter your name for a draw for next week, I've got Tracy, Carol, Gail, Dar, Barb, and Sherry, okay? And those that shared last week, Carol, thank you so much. So I'm going to tuck these names away. This is for next week. You do not have to be present. If I draw your name, I will message you. So those that shared last week were Darlene, Kathy, Vicky, that was a new name, Karen, Tracy, Susan, hello my friend, nice to see your name pop up, Barb, Vicky, and Connie. Those were the gals that shared last week. So this week's girls that shared, I'm going to tuck your names away for my draw for next week. So let's give those a shake. Why don't I bring the camera up? I'm going to shut some of these lights off. And I'll bring the camera up, and hopefully this isn't going to be like crazy, but let's do it. Oh, have fun putting up your shelf, Gail. Send me a picture. I want to see what it looks like. So everybody's name is in here, and let's see who wins today. Good luck, everyone. These are the gals that shared last week. Let's see who wins today, and then you can choose which card. I've got one name. Don't know who it is yet. It is Barb. You have not won for a while, so I'm thrilled that you won a card. So let me guess. This is the one that you want, Barb? I do have two. You can have the Misty Moonlight or the one with the silver backing. Let me know which one you want, Barb, and I will get that to you. Congratulations, Barb. Misty Moonlight or the one with silver backing? I think you're still here. I hope you are. Anyway, I'm gonna say goodbye, and thrilled to have done this today. It's been a long week for me, but I'm getting there. Yeah. Anyway, yep, the one from today. Okay, you got it, girl. I've got your name on that, and I will get that to you. And I was at my mom's today, Barb, so I was driving right past your place. But we will hook up for sure. I am going to say so long, farewell, adieu, and thank you everyone for popping by today. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you. It does my heart good. And have a wonderful day. Have a great weekend. It's almost here. And happy almost November. Can you believe it? I was in the store today because I needed to pick up a few things, and I found myself thinking, I need to start Christmas shopping. I often am actually done my Christmas shopping at this point, but alas, I'm not. So Cynthia, we are done today, but this is what I created last week to showcase today, and then today, this is the one that I created with my girls, and everyone who shares is entered for a draw, and Barb won the draw today, so Barb is receiving one of these cards in the mail. But I'm going to let you all go. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next week, Thursday, 3 o'clock, right here. You can also find the rewind on YouTube, and I would be honored if you went to YouTube. It's just my name, Denise Willerton, and hit subscribe. I'm at 257, so I'm excited about that. Come and join me. Thank you for hanging out with me and my community. We will talk to you later. Bye now.